friends. Well, I had the next 2 ideas all planned out for the community tips. I was going to go through body language and value creating questions. Stay tuned though, that is some great stuff coming. But I was reminded this week about something that's way more important. I believe I found that missing letter that we have in that acronym for GEARD. So GEARD was the growing, equipping, accountability, all that stuff. I couldn't quite find an E. I think I found an B instead though, or maybe P. B for Bible and prayer. Now, my impression from our meetings has been that overall, we remembered to pray, but it seemed like it was something that was maybe a little bit hit and miss, or maybe we weren't sure what we should be praying about as well. Now, I thought, really, the tips so far, they've pretty much been worldly wisdom, which has its place, don't get me wrong. But all of our actions, strategies, all that sort of stuff doesn't mean anything, no matter how well contrived they are, unless they're in line with God's purpose and plan. Jesus prayed. Mark 1, Mark 6, Luke 5, he prayed, and he prayed often. And we look at how Jesus prayed and what he prayed about, and then we know why. Matt 7, he prayed about how he talked to his heavenly dad. And we should know what God's will is as well if we do pray. Matthew 26, we prayed so we don't fall into temptation. Jesus needed to pray constantly as well for that same purpose. Acts 4 and 6, the early church, they prayed together. That's what the disciples devoted themselves to, just those two things, the ministry of the word and prayer. And they prayed on just about everything, from wisdom, insight, direction, help, guidance, thanksgiving, through tough times, through good times. It united their community. It made them one community, God's community. Now, Paul urges us in Philippians 4 to present everything before God in prayer. So here's what we have for a checklist. And your group can fill it out however it suits you, but it's up to you guys as the leaders to model this for your group, to give an account to God about your people. So we should each be praying about Bible and prayer for each of us, rest, work-life balance, evangelism, not only our non-Christian friends, but our other friends, family, long-lost contacts, all of that stuff. Tell them about Jesus with words and deeds. And we should make sure that we're being active. So in groups, in church, etc., discipleship, accountability, whatever roles or responsibilities we have. And last of all making sure that we're developing the gifts that God's given us. And we know from Luke 17 that's really important. So everything from administration to leadership, whatever it is. So instead of GEARD, that makes bread, or our daily bread. Now, as we said, it is up to you, and Mark 11, as a final note, Jesus says that his house, that's our house, God's house, will be known as a house of prayer. So let's make that happen for his glory. Amen.